What up, Internet? Oh, I gotta rotate my device. Oh, I can't have my device going that way. I've got to have my device going this way. Am I not supposed to do it this way? Oh, I'm supposed to do it this way. Am I supposed to do it this way? Why can't I do it landscape? Oh, I'm guessing I can't do landscape if I'm pointing it at myself. All right, guys. Well, let's do that thing. How do we? All right. Well, I'm gonna do my best to try and do the stream here. How do I? Where does that? How do I turn the screen around? Oh, like that. All right. So I'm gonna give you guys an idea. Uh, this is how frozen this computer is. I can't even play. I can't even play a video right now. This is what it's doing. It'll do that and then stop. So I'm not exactly 100% sure what is wrong now. I'm going to have to go and most likely just strip this computer down and redo it or whatever. I don't know. I'm not 100% right now in regards to what to do with this computer situation. So, luckily, something I've been working on is reconfiguring that computer right there, and setting that one up as the stream computer. But as I mentioned on the as I mentioned a little while ago, I guess I should turn this around, huh? But as I mentioned a while ago, I will be going to the aquarium co-op, Corey's house, tomorrow to help him fix some things that are broken there. So tomorrow's live stream will be, which is Friday the 27th, will be there, and I assume that his system probably doesn't have the same issues that apparently mine is having. As far as people saying to plug and unplug things, I understand where you're coming from. I get it. I get the joke. One of the big problems that I'm having here is some kind of software conflict, and or a piece of hardware that may or may not be working properly. I know that a lot of you guys out there know that I basically put all of my computer money into building this computer near the end of last year. And it's only a year old, and this is pretty frustrating. It's about as frustrating as it could get, because I did put about $2,000 into building this computer so that I would be able to kind of future-proof it and just be able to use it for a long period of time. I don't know. I don't know why it's screwed up right now. I did stay up late. I didn't stay up all night last night. It would have been kind of goofy to stay up all night. Vicky talked the sense into me on that one. But I've gone through, I've tested the RAM, I've tested the video card, everything should be working properly, the CPU, all that stuff. The hard drives check out too. So I'm thinking most likely there's a software conflict that I got going on so that I can't. One thing I was going to try to do was just play the video for you on the live stream via my computer or via my cell phone. I was going to play it on the computer, and then talk behind it, but I don't think that it won't even play back right now. So let me see if I can get this one to play. No, I mean, I can't even play video right now. Check this out. So this is basically what I have happening right now. I can hit sometimes the play button, which is crazy because I had it figured out this morning and it was working fine, and then I left to go. I had to go to the Home Depot on a parts run and some miscellaneous stuff. And so I went to go do that, and then came back here and basically started getting everything ready. It seemed like everything was going to be ready, and then apparently go live, and there's another problem again. Because as you guys saw, it crashed. So I'm not 100% sure what the deal is. Kyle Paith is asking if. Oops. Oh, I can do stuff with that. Whoops. Kyle Paith is asking if it's the power supply. I will check the power supply. Honestly, I haven't done that yet, so I will. That is on the list of things to check. Typically, so the motherboard that I have should say whether or not something is going on with the power problems. Normally, with the motherboard that I have, it will alert and just shut down, and then it'll take me straight to the BIOS. So it's most likely not that, but I definitely am going to check that out and see what's going on. We do have some. Check this out. I have a feature I could do. I could actually just show you guys the notifications that we got of the patronizers. So we've got Lisa Cree at the top, which just came in today. Ryan Connolly today also at $5. And oh man, I can't. You guys chat and it makes it. I can't really read what's going on. All right. Oh, I'll do it over here. Here we go. Then we had Malini Victor came in with $1 today. Yesterday, Casey Summers, Karen Halbert went up to $10. Shaun of the Dead pledged $10. Tim Lewis went up to $15. Bracken Ward went up to $24.99. Meow Aquatics pledged yesterday. Iris Booth pledged yesterday $15. $5 from Michael Hoffman yesterday. Meow Aquatics. BC Fish Room. Joel Gillett. Juan M. Ruiz. So you guys get an idea that honestly, the support is awesome, and the funny thing is that I have all this support coming in, and here's the reality of like being a human sometimes is that so I did get an email last night that was in regards to and I'm not going to tell you who it is because it's an email. It wasn't like a public message or anything like that. But I just I addressed it in a long kind of lengthy email or whatever, and I realized that it was something that I'd probably want to hit on today because I do want to shout out to all the patronizers and all that stuff, that all this money that is being patronized and kicked in is going towards making this show better. Obviously, I've got a ways to go with all this, everything just being all I tried to do was add some audio. And now I've got a cavalcade of problems that I got to take care of. But the email that I got was in reference to like I don't understand, I don't understand why you're fundraising. I don't understand why you're talking about it all the time. I don't understand why people feel like, or it was like, why do you feel like people owe you or whatever? And I'm like, I don't feel like people owe me, right? I don't feel like anybody owes me anything. I'm asking if you guys want to fund, improving the show, and you guys put your faith in me to improve the show. Now, I mean, the easy way to look at it for me is that I can go back and look at like, from 5 years ago, just kind of how crappy my videos are and whatnot, and I can go, okay, I feel like I'm doing a better job, and I want to keep going and do more and more and more of a better job, include more people into the show and stuff like that. And it's just a reality of the world that I'm not going to be able to do that if you know, if you had like $4, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of money goes into production and stuff like that. And I've also talked about it in the past that one of the big issues would be to that if I was to hire on, or if I was to, you know, and this is a stupid way to put it, but if I was to sell the show, like sell out or whatever, and get a sponsor, I've been there before. When you do a sponsored thing, you end up beholden to the sponsor. You know what I mean? It's like you can't tell your boss you're not going to do something. Because your boss just tells you what's up, and your boss is the one that signs your check, and blah blah blah, and all that kind of crazy stuff. And not to mention, like, if I was to bring in like a big sponsor and we sign all the contracts and stuff like that, there's like non-disclosure agreements, all sorts of crazy stuff, legality that goes along with it. So that's why I've been trying to see if we can crowdfund it. You know, me coming up with the money is just not necessarily the easiest way to do it. So that's what that's all about. There was some personal stuff in there and some things along those lines, and it's like I want you guys to know I don't feel like anybody owes me anything. I want to get that straight. Like, and those of you out there that maybe think that like producing a show and putting a show together isn't work, good luck. You know, like good luck making stuff. Good luck working on stuff. If you don't look at it that way. Everyone thinks that it's like this is just fun. This is stressful. It's hard work. I have to do editing. I have to do all sorts of stuff that like people normally get paid to do at a job or whatever. And I could go do that at the local TV station, or I could go do that with some companies or whatever. But I'd rather not. I'd rather keep the independent ideas that I wanna do going. And that's so. Hopefully that addresses that whole situation. I can't go to the fish video. I wish I could right now, but I can't even play it and then like turn the camera around. So I'm just trying to talk about what's going on here. But we do have some super chats from Michael Faulkner. I do like the pirate avatar. Look at how old I am. I actually moved the camera closer to myself while looking closer at my cell phone, like a old-timey dude. Watched a bunch with Corey and really enjoyed that, so I'm excited to check out your channel and learn all the fish knowledge. Right on, man. Thank you, Michael Faulkner. Definitely appreciate it. You know, I got a lot more stuff coming down the pipe for sure, so we'll see how it goes. The hat, oh, Bracken, the hat you've been wearing for a week is straight on your desk. I should show this hat off. It's the aquarium coop hat, but it is like the extra grande size, which isn't the easiest thing for me. I have to grow my hair out so it'll fit better. BC Fish Room, you've inspired me immensely. I really appreciate what you do for the hobby. Thank you. I'm glad I could inspire some people. Potato with the $5 super chat for a new potato and wires to replace the broken one. The unfortunate thing is it's not broken wires. I wish it was a broken wire or a screwed up wire because I could just replace wires. That would be super easy. Dwayne Kitchell says, Joel, if I had income, I would give it to you, but I'm on a fixed income. Had to buy gas with quarters yesterday, waiting for a check to come in. Yeah, Dwayne, it's hey man, I wish I was rich too, and I'm just kind of addressing some of the fan mail that I got over the night, and uh, most of it isn't really like that big of a thing to address. So I'm just kind of going through that, and let me double check here if I got anything. Let's see. Oh, I got a spam email from let's see, from somebody that recommends what I should and shouldn't do with my YouTube channel, which is to sign a contract with them, which is not going to be great. Let's see. I got an email from Vince. Oh, we got an email from Vince Grippa here. So let me go into this one a little bit. He is trying to build. He's going to build a sump. So I want to answer Vince. I want to talk to Vince here. DJ Pride with a $20 super chat, man, to help get some new equipment. Thank you, my man. I'm gonna figure out what to do here. And Joel Gillett with the New Zealand super chat, some dollars that he owes me from before. um, and so let me just double check. After Joel deserves some coffee ice cream, I'm gonna do some chocolate peanut butter ice cream. Who's that asshat? Oh, that's asshat mail. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get a lot of mail from all sorts of people that tell me what I should or shouldn't do with my channel and whatnot. But Vince Grippa sent me an email that is actually asking about some fish tank stuff, and so let's talk about that for a minute because I was honestly going to answer this before all the technical difficulties went down. So. But the first one I wanted to talk about was the funding one because I ran through some of the Patreon people there. Um, some of the Patreon people there that were doing that. So I wanted to talk about the Patreon and why people are chipping in and what it's for and what's honestly like what's my relationship with it. It's like some people think that maybe I come across being like, you people owe me. No, I don't think that anybody owes me. But I do. What I do think is that just a couple of bucks from a whole bunch of people piles up into a pile of money, and then we're able to do stuff with it. So it's not a slight on anybody, like Dwayne or anybody who doesn't have money to chip in. That's all good. It's easy to just, come and hang out and support the show. Like advertising is getting turned off because people chipped in on that. So um, it's going to be easier for people to come here and hang out and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of free stuff that you can do. You can like go to Facebook and share stuff that you like or whatever. And so hopefully that makes sense. I don't know. It's a little bit awkward, like holding my arm up like this. This is a little bit weird. I need a stand or something for the cell phone. But let's run through. Hold on. Steven Skoglund with $7.32 super chat. Here's to staying positive and not letting technologies hold you back. Yeah, I won't let this get me down. I might get frustrated. I think I dropped a f bomb on the stream earlier. I'll have to find out if I did or not. It was boisterous. There was a boisterous f bomb at some point in time, and I'm not sure if it made it through or not. But I want to answer Vince Grippa's email here, and I don't want to give away his email address. Okay, I don't see a way of turning the camera around, so I'm actually just going to read it to you guys. Let's see. So I can't turn the camera around, so I'm actually going to read it to you guys. He says, "Hey Joel, thanks for the sump answer in the stream last week. I was getting my sleeves wet. I like it with the getting my sleeves wet, but it's not actually getting. Wait, does it need air quotes if you're actually were getting your sleeves wet? My sleeves are wet. Does it need air quotes if you actually are getting your sleeves wet? I'm not sure." But either way, he was getting his sleeves wet when you answered it, so I could not say thanks right away. I will have to go with the 20 long, as we were talking about the differences between a 20 long and a 20 tall sump, right? And we're gonna, I think sounds like he's gonna go with the 20 long because, like you, the floor in my house is 100 years old and has a crawl space, so a little bit restricted to rebuilding the crawl space. Although you could. What's it? Oh, if I hold the camera there, it puts a shadow down. Sorry about that. So, like my old house, it's pretty difficult to get under the subfloor here. So, rebuilding underneath to do a bigger tank, he's probably just going to be sticking with the size tank that he was with there. So, he has. I have one more question for you before the weekend for dividers in the sump. Do I have to use acrylic or can I use plexiglass? I know in big sumps, plexiglass does not work, but this sump should not have a ton of weight pushing on the dividers. I'm hoping to use plexiglass because I can get it at my local hardware store, and closest acrylic is 2 hours away, and that's a 2-hour 125-mile each way round trip. Um, if I do not use acrylic, this would be the weekend to go get it because the Petco I am going to for the $1 gallon sale is right next door to the Lowe's that sells acrylic. Two birds with a 250-mile drive. If you definitely don't have to answer this question in a live stream unless you think it's something more people should hear. So I think it's worth answering in the live stream for sure. And I was going to anyhow. It's just was gonna be a little bit difficult, a little more difficult here on the cell phone action, which is a little bit crazy. So everyone's questions right here. I'll catch up to them before I log out. But I want to answer Vince's question, which you can use either. In a 20 gallon, you do not need to be concerned about weight pressing against plexiglass versus acrylic. And you could use either product that you want. There really just isn't enough to mess with it all that much. One of the easy ways that I would normally deal with this though is I would just do glass. If you happen to go to Lowe's or whatever, you can actually have them snap cut the pieces of glass that would go in there as your baffles in between the sump. They can do it right there on the spot. Sounds like you're making a big long drive, so if something is going that far, what I would normally do back in the day would be I would see if at the dollar a gallon sale if they had any 5 gallon, the 5.5s or some 10 gallon tanks. I would buy a couple of those, break them down, and use the glass because I'm just a dingleberry like that. But it's not going to be a matter. It's not going to be a big issue with the size of this tank, dependent on if you're talking about polycarb, which is generally what most people are talking about when they say plexiglass, is polycarb versus actual acrylic. They both will flex over time, so just make sure that either one is thick enough to just sustain the pretty basic water weight that will be on there. And hopefully that answers the question. I'm noticing that it's almost 5 o'clock, which, sorry, it was a little harebrained. Let's see, at me, question, would donating a solid $12 help and then turn off so I could essentially be paying $1 a month? Yeah, Mary Beth, that's one of the cool things about the Patreon is that if you have $1, you could put in $1 a month. If you feel like you have $10 this month, you could put in $10 and then you could turn it off. And there is a little exit interview thing that if you do turn off your Patreon, then you can type in there like, oh, hey, I have extra bills next month, or this or that or the other thing, like, hey, bruh, I'm not mad. It was just going to be a one-time deal anyhow. So, yeah, you guys can go ahead and do that. Like I said, if you go to the Patreon, you can always raise it up. You can always lower it. You can do whatever you guys want to do. It just charges right at the end of the month. I know we're running into 5 o'clock here, where a bunch of people will be heading out to some other live streams. Not to downplay anybody, but that's what's going on. Vicky's in the chat. My lady's in the chat. Let's see. I remember when. Renisi, computer issues, instantly mad. Yes, computer issues make me a little bit frustrated too. I like my fish room floor, old Berber carpet over linoleum. I like that. Let's see. 8 cell phones, a couple computers. He used to bite his phones when they annoyed him. Oh, I like that, Gillett. That's pretty crazy. If you turn the phone sideways, will it flip to landscape or is it too late? Well, that's the weird thing, is that like it won't. I don't know. There's a lock symbol if I do go to landscape. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know if it goes if. Oops, I got it going the wrong way. There we go. If I go to landscape, there's a lock symbol that tells me to turn it back this way for whatever reason. I don't know why. You guys know I pretty rarely live stream from the cell phone, so I'm not that good at it, honestly. Maybe I should figure it out. And Vicky is asking, what happened? The computer break? Yeah. For the long story short, the computer is broken. It's not on fire yet, but it probably will be at some point. Someone wrote, because she hates me when I had my first draft Patreon going. Okay. Do I have podcast options? I don't know. What is podcast options? I don't know what that is. What's this thing? Oh, that's that thing, and that's that thing. I don't have a whole lot of options here with this whole nonsense. Am I Tom Tremaine? Am I a Satanist? Why would I be a Satanist? That's weird. It's locked and sadly requires restart for it to work. That's right. I'm gonna eat my ice cream. That painting back there needs to go somewhere. That thing needs to go somewhere. Somebody needs to buy that, but it is too big to ship from the post office. I think I have to get a specific truck to come pick it up. So let me check with the chat here. Computer violence biting. Bring home ice cream. Yeah, Vicky says to bring home they say that Vicky should bring home ice cream. She certainly should. That would be great. Oh, and Cute Nix was asking yesterday about what's Tom Tremaine posting? What did it say? I don't know what it said. What did his message say? Oh, well, either way. All right, so Cute Nix was asking yesterday about me posting a Amazon wish list. I put an Amazon wish list on the Patreon. So anybody that wants to do that stuff, I'm not encouraging anybody to do it, but I saw Cute Nix in the chat here. Well, then just ban him. Whatever. Oh, can I view the deleted message? Oh, no, I can't. Who is this guy? Oh, he's blocked. Oh, okay, whatever. He's already blocked. Marybeth Mabe is heading over to Steenfot. I would head over to Steenfot's too because, this isn't that great, me just talking on my cell phone. No, I don't want him unbanned. Leave him banned. I don't care. He was asking about Satan nonsense, whatever. It's dumb. But Cute Nix was chatting in there, and she was the one that said, "Hey, if there was an Amazon wish list," so I put an Amazon wish list on the Patreon, and as she just said, an eye opener about what it takes to put on a high quality show. Yeah, and in pertaining to the email that I got last night, it's one of those things that I've put my money and my energy into doing this stuff. Wait, did you delete it? What happened? Did I delete it? Oh, I don't know. Maybe maybe it was deleted their own. But either way, it's kind of an eye opener to see what really goes into it and stuff. I mean, I could pan the camera around in here and just go it's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that I've invested into it, and the work that I put into it and stuff like that. So it's been a lot, and the big frustration is that I've put a lot of work in, and for it to break, just spastically. I mean, I have a buddy that used to say, "Just give me colored smoke." Like I wish the computer would just shoot smoke out of it when it actually was broken. And I have to say that I feel that way myself right now. That I wish it would almost just uh, that it would just shoot smoke out of it or something, like some kind of colored smoke. Like, oh, red smoke means that the video card's broken. Okay. Um, but like I said, I'm gonna start hooking up the other computer, and then I wipe this one, and I'm gonna wipe it even further and try and start over again. I get up at 4 tomorrow to head up to um, I head up to get up at 4 tomorrow to head up to the aquarium co-op. So I'll be heading up that way tomorrow. If everybody could check out the stream tomorrow, will be a lot more cohesive and probably make sense. I most likely am going to grab the video from today, and I'll see if maybe if I get a couple of minutes, maybe I can edit it on their station or something. So and have that post that up for tomorrow, and then I'll also see what I can shoot and upload on their system, because I don't know what system that they have up there as far as like what I'll be able to easily try to get onto the show. Um, AF2 says, no worries, we've got a surprise episode of the Sucks to Be Joel show. Yeah, well, um, either way, I'm gonna keep plugging away, and we'll be back here next week, and then um, I think it's a foreshortened week. I gotta check my plane schedule because I think I leave Thursday night or something like that, or maybe Friday morning. I'm not. I gotta double check. I'm not sure which days I'll be here or not, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted as to what's going on. But the aquatic experience, I guess this is a good practice for trying to do some live streams at the aquatic experience via my cell phone. So we'll see how this goes. Thank you everybody for your patience and showing up. I don't know how to review the super chats from the cell phone thing. I don't know how do I do this? Wait, what? What did this do? Oh. Okay, this is weird. It's like extra buttons. I don't know. Well, I guess, yeah. Well, Dwayne says Friday is the first day, so I think I leave maybe Thursday, I think. I think Thursday. I'm not sure. Like I said, I gotta check my itinerary. I gotta check my itinerary, you guys. And if Iris and Eric are out there, your painting is finally in the mail. A week late, and my apologies about that. But it will be there 2-day air, so I believe maybe Saturday, probably Monday morning would be my guess, because they'll dilly dally as much as possible. But thank you everybody for coming out and coming to hang out, and thank you everybody for super chatting. Let me see if I can try to find it. I know Joel Gillett with the New Zealand super chat. We had wait, does this? Oh, well, this stupid thing doesn't go all the way back. DJ somebody, and now I feel like a jerk because I don't know who. Oh, Potato super chatted. And thank you very much, you guys. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. Jim Meeker just posted on there on the community on the Patreon. So go check out what Jim Meeker just posted, and mind your P's and Q's, everybody, and don't go crazy out there. Don't light off fireworks in the middle of the night. Oh, Dwayne's gonna be there. Awesome. I was kind of sucked I didn't get a chance to meet up with Dwayne when we were in Kentucky. But this is an opportunity for Dwayne and I to hang out. So everybody have a great night. Don't be crazy or too crazy, or just be the right amount of crazy, like just this much. Oh, DJ Pride was the $20 guy. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later. Oh, it's asking me if I'm sure I want to stop streaming. Uh, the questions are okay or cancel.